Hi, I'm Emmy. Welcome to Yoga with Em. This is a beginner's yoga sequence. So if you want to put it all together, spend just over 30 minutes with me doing a beautiful beginner's yoga sequence. You don't need any fancy props, but if you do have a cushion or a pillow and an eye pillow or something to drape over the eyes, go and grab them now. And then join me on the mat for beginner's yoga. Welcome to your beginner's yoga sequence. Make yourself comfortable in a seated position. You can grab a cushion or a folded blanket to slightly raise the hips. Ground down through your sit bones. Sit tall, lengthen through the spine right to the crown of the head. Roll your shoulders back and down. We begin by settling in, tuning in with our breath. Alternate nostril breathing. Take the first two fingers, place them eyebrow center. Close off the right nostril. Inhale deeply through left. Pause, change, exhale right. Inhale right. Change, exhale slowly left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And then gently relax your hand back down onto your knee. Open the eyes and come back to your natural breath. So the idea is we've settled into our space, slowed down the breath, focused the mind, slowed down the heart rate. We're going to begin to warm up the body now. Let's start with the neck. Take circles in a clockwise direction. Imagine drawing a circle with the tip of your nose. And then reverse the direction. Notice any knots you've got, any sensations you're feeling. And then come back through center. Let's take a little stretch through the arms, waking up arms and shoulders. Inhale, bringing hands up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart center. Again, inhale, sweep the fingers up. Exhale. Last time, with the breath, inhale. Exhale, heart center. Warming up the spine. Join me on hands and knees, cat and cow. Hands placed below shoulders, fingers spread wide. Inhale to cow, tilt the pelvis, eye gaze forward. Exhale, cat, eye gaze between the legs, arching the spine. Inhale and move, cow. Exhale, send the breath out. Inhale, shine your heart center forward. Start to move as you exhale. The inhalation, we begin to move. Exhale, send the breath out, arching the spine. One more round. and then come to a neutral tabletop. So we're on hands and knees. Just come back to your natural breath. Downward facing dog, spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes under. Engagement of the core, so drawing navel towards spine. Start to lift the knees, send the hips high. Creases of your elbows, shine them forward, so a slight rotation of the arms. We begin to wake up the hamstrings, pedaling one leg and then the other. Lifting the hips high, and then allowing the heels to drop low. Perhaps they don't reach the mat, but we just allow them to relax. Relax your head and your neck, so don't hold any tension here. Breathe. We're waking up the whole body here in down facing dog, full body stretch. Three-legged dog. Inhale, lift your right foot to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. You can help it there if you need to. That's absolutely fine. We're in a low lunge. Just pause here for a moment. Alignment cue. We want the knee stacked above the ankle. We can press into the back heel, really feel the engagement through the left leg. Let's wake up the hips now. Step the right foot outside the hands and start to lean the torso forward. Feeling a stretch through the right hip, lizard. You can drop the left knee to the mat here. Breathe deeply. Notice the sensation through the right hip. Tuck the toes under on your left foot. Bring the right foot in between the hands. Step the left foot in between the hands. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you like. Press down through the heels, energetically sending the hips high and noticing the sensation through the hamstrings. Take a moment here to take opposite elbow and opposite hand and nod the head yes, shake the head no, relaxing your head and your neck. We're going to inhale slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And then let's inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the sky, extended mountain pose. Bring hands through heart center, pranayama. Inhale once again, sweep the fingertips up to the sky, gentle back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. This time, let's step the right foot back. We're in a low lunge here, and we're just feeling the sensation through, going to feel this through our left hip. Drop the right knee. Step the left foot outside the hands, lizard. So we can feel a stretch. If you lean forward just a little bit, feeling the stretch through the left hip. And perhaps you're feeling engagement through the right quad. If you want to feel a little more, push into the top of the right foot. You can lift the right knee. Just move it back a little to feel that sensation through the right quad, the front of the right leg. Tuck the right toes under. Step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Join me now, floating the body forward into high plank. So the chest comes forward, press through the heels. We're going to drop the knees down together as we lower down, engaging the core. Keep the elbows close to the body, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower all the way down. Place the hands by the side of the face. Peel the heart center up for a baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Feeling a compression in the lumbar spine. Gently does it. Exhale, lower your head back down again. We're going to press into the hands, come back through tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Pedal through the legs once again. Inhale, right leg lift to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, low lunge. From here, we're going to raise on up into a high lunge. And if you'd like to, you can rest your hands down on your hips. Otherwise, reach on up. Let's open on out for Warrior Two. So remember, this is a wide stance. This is for building strength in the lower body. We're also engaging the core. We're rolling our shoulders down away from the ears. We're reaching out through opposite fingertips and then gazing over our right fingers. Remembering to breathe. Keep the breath smooth and steady. From here, we're going to transition to extended side angle. Bring your right arm down to the right thigh. Take the left arm up and over. So you're stretching through the whole left side of the body. There's a whole long line from the tip of your fingers down to the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Lift your heart center. Perhaps eye gaze to the sky. And try now to take a little bit of weight off the right arm. So just try and keep it as light as you can. So we're strong in our lower body, strong in our core. Great. On the inhale, come back through to Warrior Two. Let's take the hands back to the mat now. Lift up the heel of the left foot. Step back with me into downward facing dog. Drop the knees to the mat. High to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep the elbows closed, keep the core engaged. Bhujangasana. Press into the hands very lightly as you lift the heart center. Press into the top of the feet. Lower on down again. Let's come back through tabletop. So pressing into hands and knees, and then tucking toes under, hips high, downward facing dog. If you need to take a little break, go into child's pose today. So to reset or break, child's pose. Otherwise, join me now. Lift the left leg high. So left leg to the sky. And then step the left leg in between the hands. We're in low lunge. Let's inhale. Come up through high lunge. And we're going to open out to Warrior Two. I'm just going to Very quickly switch round so I'm not turning my back to you. You can stay just where you are. So remember, Warrior Two, we've got a wide stance and we're really bending through the left knee. Draw your right hip back, draw the left hip slightly forward, so we're levelling out the body. Remember to relax your shoulders down. Gaze over your left fingertips. Breathe. Okay, as we exhale, take the left forearm down to the left thigh. The right arm comes up and over. Extended side angle. Draw your right hip back. Shine your heart center just slightly upwards, so opening up. Eye gaze can follow. Engage your core. Breathe. Inhale, let's transition. Exhale, Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. Lift up your right heel. Send your hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Step on back. Pedal through the legs. We drop the knees to the mat. Bring the big toes together. Child's pose. So resting the forehead down to the mat. Arms reach long. A stretch for the back body. For the ankles, for the hips. And also our resting pose. Breathe deeply. As you inhale, bring yourself back up to tabletop. And from here, we're going to come down onto the front body. So placing the hands by the side of the face, keeping the elbows in close, pressing tops of toes firmly into the floor, peel back, peel up the head, the heart center for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Feeling that sensation in the lower back. If it's too strong, just lower down a little, just as we did before for a baby cobra. But if you want more, press into the hands a little bit firmer. Engagement through the legs. The breath is smooth and steady. Exhale as you gently lower yourself on down. And remember, never force anything. If there's a feeling of pain, too strong, just ease out of the posture. Please don't push through it. Take a couple of deep breaths here. We're going to take a second posture now to work on the back body, on the spine. And we're setting up in Sphinx Posture. So the elbows are roughly beneath the shoulders, forearms and palms down onto the mat. In Sphinx Posture, we just simply lift the head and the eye gaze to feel compression in the lumbar. So option is to stay here, or you can press into the hands for seal, which is slightly stronger. So take the option that works for you. Remember, we don't want any pain. We don't want to over compress. So taking the option that's right for you, either seal or you're here in Sphinx. And really just lifting the eye gaze changes the position of the head. You should feel a change in the sensation in the lumbar spine. Wherever you are now, lower one cheek down onto the mat once again and release through the whole body. Relax the arms, legs. Let go of any tension. Take a couple of deep, calm breaths here. We're coming onto our back body now. So coming through tabletop and swinging the legs on round. Bring your legs in front of you and lower on down. So a nice release through the lower back is happy baby. Happy baby, having the legs wide, and the arms inside the legs and the feet then grab onto the outside, the hands grab onto the outside of the feet. Allow the knees to relax down as though towards the armpits. And you can have a gentle, playful rocking of side to side here, massaging the spine. Happy baby pose. It's always a goodie. This one's a favourite of a lot of my students. So the longer we stay here, the deeper and the more intense opening we're going to get in the hips. We're not going to be here too long today, but you can play with this posture and just notice the hip opening sensation. Right, release the feet, place them down onto the mat, and join me now back in a comfortable seated position. Bring the soles of the feet together. Titali or butterfly. So a gentle movement in the knees, like butterfly wings, just helps with that opening of the hips. And I think the fact we've come from happy baby also helps here as well. We've had a nice opening in the hips. Titali, butterfly, is a seated forward fold, and it's going to be for the hips, and we're going to feel this into the groin. So sit nice and tall, lengthen through the spine, and then as you exhale, fold forward. And you fold forward just as far as you need to, so you can actually feel the stretch through hips and groin. So if you're feeling that stretch, you're doing it right. Come back to your breath. Lengthen the inhalation and the exhalation. The elbows can rest down onto the legs and also help deepen the stretch here if you need. Take one more round of nourishing breath here. And then gently ease yourself back up through centre and send the legs long in front of you. Perhaps a little bit of a pedaling through the legs, just bringing back a bit of circulation, a bit of sensation into the legs. Okay, so staff pose. We begin here with the legs long the feet flexed, hands by your sides. If you've got tight hamstrings, you can have a slight bend to the knee. And as you saw in my Beginner's Yoga Part 3 short video, you know that you can put a rolled towel or a soft prop just under the knees to help, just help support the legs. Otherwise, just a slight bend to the knee is fine if you need. We're going to take seated forward fold, Uttanasana. Begin by inhaling, reach on up, lengthen through the torso. And exhale, fold on forward, reach the hands for the ankles or the toes, wherever they want to reach to today, wherever's right for you. Keep a length through the spine at the moment, so your eye gaze kind of wants to go just to the big toes, or as though they're trying to look over the big toes. So we've got engagement through the back body and an engagement through the hamstrings. Energetically draw your hips to the back, while a slight press through the heels to really feel that engagement through the back of the legs. Again, breathe smoothly. Even ratio inhalation and exhalation. And now relax your head and your neck. So changing the posture a little bit, taking it out of the back body, but keeping engagement through the hamstrings. So if you play any sports, or if you enjoy running, these stretches for the hamstrings are going to be really good for you. But just in general, they're good for everyone. Good to have a nice stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale as you come back up through centre, reach on up. And as you exhale, lower your hands down onto your thighs. We're going to take our wide leg, seated forward fold, Pada Prasa Paschimottanasana. Right, take your legs as wide as feels comfortable for you. And if you remember, if you've got soft props and you want to just pop them just under the knees, that could be a really good option. Don't worry about the shape that you're making. It's more about the sensation of the stretch. So again, lengthen, sitting nice and tall through the spine, ground down through the sit bones. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, arms reach out towards the feet. So maybe they're grabbing hold of the shins or the ankles, or perhaps the toes. You can hook the first 2 fingers around the big toes if that's available for you. So again, we're lengthening through the back body. We're kind of long and tall through to the crown of the head. We're lengthening through hamstrings, so a good hamstring stretch. And also we're taking it into the groin with the wide leg forward fold. The Sanskrit Pada Prasa Paschimottanasana translates to sun rising in the east and sets in the west. So yeah, literally the positioning of the legs. But as I say, doesn't really matter about how it looks. You don't have to have your legs going east and west. Just feel that stretch. And then breathe. So try and find a softness in the posture. Maybe where you're feeling a bit of tension, you're feeling it. Use your exhale to relax, to bring yourself ease in the asana. So one last inhalation, nice and long and slow. And one last exhalation. And then inhale, come up through centre. Exhale, relax your arms down. And you probably do want to bring some movement into the legs now. So you might pedal through the legs. Or another good one I like to do is place the feet down and take the knees from one side to the other. Oh yeah, that feels good. Just windshield wiper the legs. Get a bit of circulation and blood flow through there. All right, we're going to take a nice supine twist now. So please join me on the back body. And you can see I've got my pillow ready. So if you've got something soft, grab that now and pop it under your head. And I've actually got an eye pillow. So if you've got anything you want to drape over your eyes, you can use that too. So supine twist. Let's place our head down on a cushion. This is great for spine health and it's great for the digestive organs as well. So hug both knees on in. Perhaps you do a little bit of movement from side to side. Massage the lower back. And then hugging the knees in, we can drop the knees gently over to the right. Nice and gentle, so no forcing anything. I like to use my right hand to hold on to the knees, and I like to have my left arm open. So supine twist is about the relationship of the hips to the shoulders. So don't worry too much about your head being in one position or another. Just get nice and comfortable. You can turn to look over the left arm if you want to, but hey, there's no pressure. And then see if you can relax through the belly. Relax through your shoulders. Relax the hips. Relax your eyes. And relax your jaw. We're going to come back through centre. So with control and care, a little bit of engagement through the core. Bring the knees through centre. And then carefully drop them over to the left. Opening out through the right arm. And again, finding a bit of ease in this posture, relaxing any areas of tension. Allowing gravity to take hold. So we're not really holding on. Allow a letting go. Breathe. Just the natural ebb and flow of your breath. Take one last inhalation and exhalation. And gently bring your knees back through centre. Give them a hug. Bit of compression through the hips once again. And then lengthen your legs out long. So make yourself comfortable now. You might like to keep a pillow or a soft prop under the head, or you might find your body's more comfortable without it. So do what is right for you. I'm going to keep my pillow here. We are into our final relaxation, Shavasana. So just perhaps a little bit of movement in the legs, and then see if you can settle them into stillness. You can have your arms by your side, your palms face up, or anywhere that's comfortable for you. And if you've got a little bit of something to pop over the eyes, I invite you to use that now. A gentle pressure on the eyelids activates the vagus nerve, which stimulates the rest and digest response in the body. That's why it feels so good. Relax any lines of expression on your face. Relax your jaw, your teeth and your tongue. Relax your throat. Let go of any tension in the shoulders. Allow them to melt down towards the earth. Relax your arms, your hands, your fingers. Breathe deeply. Relax your chest, your stomach, your hips. Allow a real feeling of heaviness in the hips. Allow them to melt down towards the earth. Relax your legs, ankles, feet and toes. Notice the subtle sound or the subtle movement with your own breath. Following your inhalation and your exhalation. Once again, scan through the body for any areas of tension. See if you can let them go just a little more. Shavasana. If you've got the time, feel free to just lie here for a moment after this video is finished, enjoying the beautiful sensation of pure relaxation. Otherwise, I close our practice here. Hoping you feel energized, relaxed and restored. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.